and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Horler and I'm here with George Evers of VocaLink, and we're at Cybos 2016 in Geneva. Thank you very much for joining me.
Nice to see you again.
We're hearing about instant payments being implemented in lots of territories. What's next?
So if we think about the characteristics of those implementations, there are lots of things that I think make them very susceptible and open to being interoperable. So there's a lot of work going on in terms of the standards that are being used, with very strong coordination between folks like VocaLink, the clearinghouse, and Swift around the payment messages. So we create and use common message formats. That's very powerful for technical interoperability. We've also got characteristics of the systems. They are much more open than the traditional systems, and either that openness has been driven through regulatory pressure, so access and open access to those systems to allow the competition is very important to some of those systems, plus also some of the technical barriers to accessing and using the real-time payments infrastructure have come down as well. So you've actually got a very open network being built with a lot of common standards. And also I think you have expectations with consumers around how quickly they'll be able to move money. So for me, the evolution of those individual implementations is how quickly they're going to interoperate. That's clearly going to be very important in Europe, where you have different systems but common standards. But actually I think it's emerging as a requirement for cross-border and through to other territories as people look to deliver even more value from those investments they're making rather than just their core domestic payments.
So what do you think the real challenges will be?
So I think the challenges they face are going to be standard ones around settlement and managing settlement risks. So already some areas are tackling that. So looking at the settlement organisation or the central bank moving its hours to align with a 24/7 real-time infrastructure. But equally you've got that cross-border settlement risk as well. So the banks and the banking systems are used to managing that risk. I think what efforts required there is for them to work through how they manage that settlement risk cross-border. What role will global banks play in doing that? What role could other providers such as MasterCard play in that and facilitating that settlement across borders? And what role does the correspondent banking network play? Is it going to be fast enough? Can it keep up with the speed of the messages that are going to be processing across that system?
What are the next steps?
So I think the next steps as we see them are further efforts for people to stay coordinated and aligned around the standards. We're starting to have conversations with a number of our clients in our implementations about the trade corridors they have, how those systems that we have already live or going live in the next few months and years will interoperate. And also we're talking to new prospects about thinking about cross-border and interoperability as part of the design in their system as well. So I think we'll see momentum grow, but I think we have very strong foundations for that.
George, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.